position, you can crisscross your legs, you can come into a half lotus or a full lotus if you're ready. And we'll take a breath together to start to settle in. So bring your arms up, take a big inhale overhead, and then exhale to heart center. Just go ahead and close your eyes for a moment here. You can connect your thumbs to your chest, relax your hands in your lap, down on your knees if you'd like to, whatever feels comfortable today. And then I'm going to take a moment to just begin to scan your body. How does your hips feel, your lower back, your knees, ankles? Maybe circling your head or just tilting it off gently side to side. We always want to take the initial start of our practice to let go of our day. Don't worry about anything else you need to do, but take this time for yourself to connect to the mat, to breathe, to let go of everything else that's going on in your world. And let's take another breath. Bring the arms up, big inhale overhead. Exhale to heart center. Good, this time now let's bring the arms up overhead at the top. The right arm is going to stay extended, the left arm will come up off to the side. Take a nice little lateral stretch. Gaze up through the right arm. And then back up to center, reach overhead, other side. Release the right hand, left arm can reach, deep breath in and out. And back to center at the top. Now you're going to bring your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your hips. Lean into the palms of the hands, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders forward and let your head fall. As we start to roll the shoulders forward, it will create a little bit of cushion for your neck as you let your head relax. Take a deep breath. And then rise all the way back up. Take the hands forward, cross up the ankles, and we'll come into an all fours position. Starting to move through a couple rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, drop your belly, send your gaze up. And then exhale, round your back, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Inhale again, lengthen tailbone lifts. And exhale, press into the floor. One more time now. Big inhale, lift up, lengthen up. And exhale all the way through. And we'll be back in a neutral spine. Extend your right arm up and off towards the side, reach up. And then sweep it underneath your body. Drop your right ear towards the floor. You can extend the left arm forward. You can wrap it back behind you. Just take a moment here. Lean into that right shoulder. Bring the left hand back underneath, and then right arm will reach. Big inhale, stretch up and off to the side. And release it down. Other side now. Left arm, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it under, left ear drops down here just to get a work now to match what you took on the opposite side. Find a deep breath again in and out through your nose. And then we'll bring the hand back under, sweep it back up to the top, big inhale. And release nice and slow. Now from this neutral position, I want you to tuck your toes and lift your knees about an inch off the floor. Press up through the shoulders, find that strength through the legs. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, down dog. Hips send back here. Go ahead and start to pedal out the legs right and left. So first down dog of the practice, we're going to break things down a little bit. From the top of the mat, we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. The shoulders should be lifted away from your ears. As you gaze back at the feet, make sure they're separated about hip width apart or so. Now it doesn't matter in our down dog if the legs are straight. What matters is this lengthening of the upper body. So if you do feel a lot of pressure, a lot of pulling in the backs of the legs, the hips, just feel free to soften through your knees a little bit here. Now take a deep breath. Big inhale and a deep exhale out. Good. Let's lift the right leg. Bend your knee, open up your hips. So you can roll your ankle out a little bit, maybe circle the knee a couple of times. Take a deep breath, nice and slow. And then let's go ahead and release that leg back down to the floor, and we'll shift forward into a high plank. Now, as we come into high plank, we want shoulders over wrists, legs strong. Inhale, press forward to your toes. Exhale, lower to the mat for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then all the way down. Untuck your toes for cobra. Tighten the legs and lift your chest. Rolling your shoulders down, elbows in, little to no pressure in the hand. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under, press up into plank, nice and strong. And we'll take our first side plank from here. Left arm lifts, rotate open, reach up high. Inside knee can drop, you can stack the feet, reach up a little taller. And then come back into plank. Pause here, readjust the legs. And then other side, side plank. Open up, reach, lengthen up, gaze again to the left. Bump the hips nice and high. And then come back into plank. Now from your plank, we're gonna go back into down dog. Hips back, head down. Feel free again one more time if you'd like to. Go ahead and pedal out the legs a few times. Right, left, right, left. Good, finding that posture. And we'll work other side. So left leg will lift, bend your knee here, open up your hips. So again, just take whatever initial movement you took on the opposite side. We're just still working things out a little bit, preparing your body for our gentle practice today. And then let's bring that foot back down. Shift forward into high plank again. Now legs strong. This time we're going to move through a full vinyasa. So when you inhale, press forward to the tips of the toes. Exhale, chaturanga. So elbows in, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Flipping the feet, keeping the legs lifted, chest forward, gaze up. And then back to down dog. Hips lead the way back. And then let's bend the knees, look forward at the hands, travel to the front of the mat, feet apart. We'll take a quick ragdoll. You can hold opposite elbows here. Swing a little bit if it feels comfortable. We'll take a deep breath. And we'll take a gentle twist. Release your left hand down, bring your right arm up, and bend your left knee. Shift your gaze up towards your top hand. Take a deep breath into that right hip. And let's release. Switching to the other side. So right leg bend. Left arm reaches, gaze can come up. Lift the chest up away from the floor. And release. Now nice and slow. Let's bring the feet together, toes and heels to touch. Hands on the outsides of the feet for your forward fold. Let your head relax all the way down. Take a deep breath. And we'll rise to standing. Inhale, come up to the top, bring the arms overhead. And then draw your hands to heart center. Now again, I want you to just close your eyes for a moment here. Roll your shoulders down your back. We want the legs to stay strong. So the weight is in the heels. You should be able to freely lift the toes, pelvis in a neutral position. Stomach in, shoulders roll down. We'll start to connect to our Ujjayi breath, breathing nice and strong to create that internal heat. We'll work for a couple rounds of Sun A and one round of Sun B today. So first round, go ahead and open your eyes. Inhale, bring your arms up, overhead, gaze up to your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Maintain the flat back as you fold. Let your head drop down heavy. Halfway lift. Inhale, fingertips or hands to shins. And then plant the hands, chaturanga. Step back, feet apart, lower elbows in. Then inhale, up dog or cobra, look up. Exhale to down dog, hips lift. Roll back with the feet. Let your head fall down here. And then breathe deeply and strong. Now we want to see if you can notice here your rib cage expanding front, back, and side to side as you breathe. Maybe even starting to find that audible HA-haw sound as you exhale through the back of your throat. With our practice, remember here, it's always important to connect to the breath first. Once we can control our breathing, that's when we can start to control our bodies. Let's go ahead now, bend your knees, look forward at your hands. Travel to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head relax all the way down. And then inhale, rise up to the top. Reach up as high as you can, gaze up to the hands. And then relax your hands down by your side. Good, one more time. Inhale, the arms up, really lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, back into your down dog. Good. Finding that breath here. Now, after we finish this round, we're going to do one round of Sun Salutation B. So when we move into Sun B, what we're going to do is add an Utkatasana at the beginning and the end. We're also going to add a warrior one on each side with vinyasas in between. Now, everything is going to still be either an inhale or an exhale. The only thing we're going to hold is the third down dog, and today we'll hold that for 5 full rounds of breathing. So let's go ahead here, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the front of the mat, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, head drops again all the way. Rise up to standing, inhaling, reaching up through the top, and then relax your hands down by your side. Okay, Sun B, Utkatasana, bend your knees, inhale, arms up, gaze to the hands, exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs, let your head fall. Halfway lift, inhale, chest forward, chaturanga, plant the hands, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra, look up. Exhale to down dog. Warrior one, right foot, step right between the hands. Rise the arms up, gaze to the hands. And then lower down into chaturanga. You want to try to bend the elbows while the foot travels back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, the hips back. Then left foot step forward, drop the right heel down. Inhale to the top. And then lower. Now with that chaturanga, look in front of the mat. Inhale, then gaze comes up. Exhale, now send the hips back. Now hold here. As we hold again, I want you to really find that breath. Steady breathing equals our steady body, calms our nervous system down. Remember, with your practice every day, things are going to look different, they're going to feel different. As we move through those sun salutations, that's our real warm-up. We're creating flexion, extension of the spine. We have a lot of work happening in the hips, the shoulders as well, but that's really the first true time we start to get that inhale and exhale breath to line up with the movements that we're making. So let's go ahead and take one more breath here. Big inhale. Deep exhale, let it all out. Bend your knees. Look forward. Travel to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And then Utkatasana. We want to bend the knees. Reach the arms up overhead. Good. And then Tadasana. Straight legs, arms by your side. All right. Bend the knees. Utkatasana. Inhale. So we're going to hold this one here for just a second. What we want to do is squeeze the legs. Keep the weight to the heels. So double check again that you can freely lift your toes. And we have a slight arch in the back. Extending the arms up as high as you can. Eventually, what we're trying to work is a stacking of the joints. So from this side view, we want to get the wrist, the shoulder, the hip, and the ankle lined up. Now sit down again, take a deep breath. Bring the hands to heart center and twist. So left arm across the knee. When you're twisting really quick, so go ahead and look down at your knees. Make sure they're lined up so that left knee doesn't pop forward. Keep the weight back on the heel, drop the hips again. And then come back to center, lift your chest, and then rotate over to the other side. Again, line up the legs. When we twist, we want the chest to stay lifted, lengthening through the crown of the head, rotating the shoulders as much as you can. One more breath. And then we'll bring the hands back to heart center, lift your chest up. Now slowly we're gonna pulse down to the heels. Take your time, squeeze the legs. Lift the heels when you need to. If you can, if you have that range of motion in your ankles, you can keep the heels down. Sit up tall here. Now we're just going to gently twist to the right. Squeeze the knees together, maybe gaze over that back shoulder. Come back to center. Good, other side. Sit up tall, create that space to rotate. And then back to center. Now at the middle, I want you to reach the arms up as high as you can. Lift your chin, your chest, shoulders down. And we're going to come into Navasana now. Sit the hips back and lift the legs. Keep your chin up. Now with Navasana, as we start, you can let the toes touch, you can cradle behind the legs if you feel okay. You can straighten the arms. If you're not feeling any lower back pain, try to straighten the legs as well. Look up over the tops of the feet. Squeeze the thighs. Good, now we're gonna take 3 rounds here. So we're gonna crisscross your ankles, hug the legs in. First round, go ahead and set your toes on the floor. Bring your hands beside you. You're gonna lift your hips up off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hips down, back up Navasana. Listen, just try your best. That's the only thing you have to do. Squeeze the legs, find that deep, active breath for support. Little straighter at the end, and then crisscross again. This time, try not to use your feet. 1 second, lift up and down. Good, again, lift up, hold this one, best set yet. Straighten the legs if you can, chin up. 1 more deep breath, and then hug the legs in, lift the hips up. We're going to be in high plank. Drop over the tops of the legs. Step back and pause here. Deep breath in and out. And side plank, left arm lifts. Now this time with your side plank, if you feel stable, I want you to get your left leg up as high as you can. You can externally rotate to press, and then back into plank. Take a deep breath. Reset, realign your body. Open up other side. Reach up. Open the hip maybe and lift. And then back to plank. And down dog, hips back, head down, take a deep breath in and out here. And now we're going to jump into Utkatasana. So I'm going to bend your knees, look forward at the hips. If you can hop, feet together, knees together, arms reach. Now layering on, bring the hands to heart center. This time we're just going to twist without that elbow to knee connection. Look back over the shoulders, separate the arms. Open the chest, stretch further. And then hands back to center, take a breath. Other side, rotate and reach, arms out, gaze back, squeeze the knees, and center, good. Now let's pulse it down again, slow with control. Heels can lift. Once you're down, lift the chest, squeeze the knees, draw the low belly in, pelvic floor, and then we're gonna do that same rotation. Twist to the side, extend the arms long, see if you can look back at your right hand. Good, back to center, other side. Reach, look back, and then back to center. Arms up, nice and tall. Inhale, Navasana again. Sit back, legs lift. Good. Now try to straighten up as much as you can. This time now we're going to activate the legs a little bit more. So we're going to squeeze your knees into your chest, and then we're going to stretch the arms and legs out long. Good. Again, squeeze it in and reach all the way. One more time, and we'll hold. So squeeze in and reach. Hold it out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then squeeze it in. Cross the ankles. Let's lift the hips again. Hands to the side. Pick it up and down. High plank. Rock over and step back. Pause. Nice job, you guys. Hold here. Take a breath. Side plank. Left arm opens. Now this time we're going to work to try today. Take your peace fingers. See if you can grab your left big toe and press your heel up to the ceiling. Now hold here for 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Take a deep breath in and out. Other side. Rotate open. Take your time. The inside knee can drop. See if you can take your peace fingers. Grab your big toe. And then again, press the hips up. Maybe press through the heel. Hold it. One more breath. And then back to plank. Good. Down dog. Hips back. All right, you guys. Here we go. Last set. Jump into Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Up. Feet together. Knees together. Arms up and reach. Now, hands to heart center. Let's twist again to the right. Open the arms. This time now, you lift your left leg up. Flex at the ankles. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. And then draw back to center. Hold it here. Good. Other side. Rotate and reach. And then right leg can lift just a little bit. Find your balance. And then back to center. Pulse it down. Slow and with control. Squeeze the inner thighs. At the floor. Lift up nice and tall. Now we're going to work into side crow from here today. So the first thing I want you to do is just take your hands down, take a slight hop to the left edge of your mat. Now as we work today, we're going to work through 2 different variations and then just kind of play with it and feel which one feels best in your body. So if you tend to be a little bit more flexible, twisty, that is going to be the variation that you probably are drawn towards. So what we'll do is we're going to take the arms across the body. They're going to point out away from you. Hands about shoulder width apart. You're going to look at the direction the fingers are going. Drawing the elbows in towards the body, shifting the weight past the hands. You want to see if you can float the feet up. With side crow, you want to always look forward. You're welcome to lower your head down, and that might give you a little bit more stability. Now, the second variation that we're going to work through doesn't require as much of a twist, but it does require a little bit more upper body strength. So the arms are going to come to the right again, but the fingers are going to point in the direction of the knees. So as we set that up, a wider stance of the hands makes it a little bit easier to get into it. You want to lift your hips up, shift your body into the center of the hands. Again, look forward, and then see if you can get the feet to come up. Now I'll give you guys a moment just to kind of practice that. Make sure to work through both sides as well. As we progress through side crow, there's a lot of variations you can take too. You can straighten the legs, you can scissor kick the legs. You want to just, of course, like any balancing posture, focus the eyes at one unmoving point, and remember, maintain your breath. A lot of times when we work into more of these challenging arm balances, we tend to hold our breath, so we might feel a little bit extra fatigue when we exit the posture. Good. Take a couple more rounds of breathing here. And then we'll meet in that low squat here for just a second. Lifting the chest up nice and tall. Deep breath in and out. Good. Extend the arms up. And then we'll take one more set of Navasana today. Go ahead and sit back. Lift the legs. Adding that twist one more time. Take your left hand this time. Grab the outside of your right foot. Press your heel up towards the ceiling. Now extend the right arm behind you. Gaze to the right again. As we look back, a lot of times your hand is kind of pointing at the corner of your mat. I want you to see if you can rotate to where the hand is in the midline of the mat. Good. Tighten the inner thighs. And then back to center. Let go. Reach out. Chin up. And then other side. Grab the foot. Extend out. And then tighten the legs. Reach back. Now see if you can again get the hand from the corner of the mat to the center. Find that strong rotation using strength instead of leverage. And back to center. All right, last extension here. Hug your knees into your chest. We're going to cup the heels, thumbs on the outside. Right to bull legs today. Try to straighten the legs up as much as you can. Look up at your Now, last one, we're gonna work inside plank, left arm up. We'll transition to wild thing from here. Step your left foot back behind you, press up and reach out. Take a breath, open the chest, let your head hang to what's comfortable. And then back into plank, pause here. Deep breath in and out. And then other side, go ahead and rotate open. Top leg is gonna drop back behind you. And then we'll press up and open. Create that extension of the hip through the back, reach for one more breath. And then let's come back into plank. And down dog, hips back. Head down. Take a second here where you guys find your breath. Make any adjustments that you need. And now we're going to work into a few rounds of our standing postures. First set we're going to do is going to be all about alignment and a posture breakdown. Second set we'll add just a quick, gentle little flow in there. Remember, as we transition through right, left sides of the body, your vinyasas are always optional, so you don't have to take them. You can modify them by having the knees down. You can come into cat-cow, but just listen to your body. Remember, it's our practice. Just take it as needed. So we're working through the right side always first. Go ahead and lift your right leg high. Bend your knee again and open your hips. So if you want to flip your dog, you can feel free to kind of turn over, nice and easy here. Pressing up and out, reaching, and then flipping back around, keeping the leg lifted. We'll be in a warrior one. So I'm going to step forward. Plant the back heel, the inhale will rise you up. And then just pausing here. Now, as we kind of take this breakdown today, we want a really strong lunge in the front leg. The back leg is active and pressing through the pinky edge of the foot. In warrior one, that open hip is not going to square to the front. So don't worry about that. What I do want you to try to do, though, is square your chest forward. So your left shoulder is going to bump forward, just like when we worked through sun salutation. We want to ultimately try to get the arms straight up, pressing the elbows in while drawing the shoulders down and then gazing up towards the thumbs. Sit down deeper and then open up to warrior two. Maintaining a heel-to-heel alignment. In warrior two, we want the front knee to be open enough that you can see your big toe. If you do have a mirror or something that you can look at for support, your pelvis should be straight up and down as well in a neutral position. Sometimes we get this anterior tilt of the pelvis where the tailbone is shooting back. What we want to do is keep it neutral and sit up tall. Sitting down deeper into the hips, we're going to come into side angle. So starting with the elbow to the knee, we're going to sweep the arm forward and open your chest up, gazing to the palm of your hand. Now, as you can see here, what we're looking to do is create this straight line from the hand all the way down through the hip and the back foot. If you feel ready, you can always set your bottom arm down on the floor. If we are setting it on the floor, we want it to be on the outside of the foot, line up with fingers and toes. Open your chest a little bit more. And then let's come back up to warrior two. Rise up with strength. Extend through the arms and reverse warrior. Reach the arm up. Now pause here. Find that side stretch again. Take a big inhale breath. Exhale, then windmill your arms down, take your vinyasa. So the breath count here is when the inhale, step back, exhale to lower down. Inhale for the back bend option, and then exhaling back into down dog. Remember, down dog is like your reset button. Just hold, just breathe. Strong, steady breath. And then we'll take that on the left side. So lift your left leg up, bend your knee, and open your hip. Then again, if you did, flip your dog, just nice and slow. Bend the knees, open up, reach out through the arm. And then flip it back around, we'll meet in warrior one. So we're going to step forward and ground the heel. Inhale, we'll rise the upper body up, and then we want to settle into the posture. Now find your breath. I'm going to press into that front leg, activate the strength of the back leg. So no bending that back knee. Pull the stomach in, lift your chest, reach up as high as you can through the arms. Sit down deeper into your hips, and then open up to warrior two. A lot of times too, we have this tendency of losing the height of that back arm, so keep it up and extend it strong. Fingers always tight together here. Drop your hips a little lower, and then side angle, elbow to knee connection. Sweeping the arm under is going to help the chest from falling down. So chest open, reaching and gazing towards the palm of that hand. If you did on the other side, feel free again to set the hand down. If your hand is coming on the floor, I want you to double check for me too. Push your knee into your shoulder. So we don't want any of that internal pressure of the knee if that hand is falling down. Reach out one more time. And then come back up to warrior two. And reverse warrior. Sweep it up without losing the depth of the legs. Take a big inhale. Exhale, then windmill your arms down and take your float from here. So again, just moving through that transition, maybe taking that vinyasa, whatever works for you to get back into your down dog. Now from your down dog, bend your knees, look forward at your hands, step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's rise up to standing all the way. Keep the arms extended high. Lift the right leg and flex at the ankle. Pulling the toes back towards you. I'm going to pulse your knee up now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Open out to the right hand side. Pulse again. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it back to center. Figure 4. Ankle over knee, hands to heart center. Drop the hips back. Keep your chest forward. 1 breath. And then rise. Inhale the arms up. Lift the knee one more time. Release the knee down, foot down, other side. Left leg up. Flex. Chest up, shoulders down, and then pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Open out to the side, stand tall and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center. Figure 4. Hips sink back. Hands in. Try not to drop your chest or your shoulders forward. Take a deep breath. Good. And then rise back up. Lift the knee. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Come all the way down to the floor. Halfway lift, inhale. All right, guys, opportunity to take crow here today. Plant the hands. If you know it, come up. We'll take a quick breakdown really quick through the posture. So as we set up, we want to keep the knees up on the outside of the triceps. It's really important with crow too. You want your gaze to stay forward. Just try to make sure you're not dropping your head and looking back at your feet. So you're going to shift your body weight up and forward over the hands. And then just start by alternating right and left, right and left. If you feel supported, you can lift both feet up and even getting your big toes to touch. Now let's take a deep breath. And then we're going to transition into our vinyasa from here. So if you're jumping back, I want you to make sure you land in chaturanga. Try not to jump back into your plank position. And then we'll meet in downward dog. Holding for 3 breaths. We're going to take just one more round of flow here, and then we'll start to calm and quiet the body down. So let's go ahead and lift the right leg. Bend your knee, open your hips. So one more time, if you want to flip your dog, go ahead and turn over. Make it your best. Reach up and out like you're trying to reach and touch the floor. And then flip it back around. Warrior 1, step forward. Drop the heel, rise the arms up. Now this time we're going to add a twist. So we're going to bring your hands to heart center and twist. Left arm across the right knee. Looking down at the front big toe or over the back shoulder. Lift up, take a deep breath. And then keep the hands at heart center. Rise back up. Open your body up to warrior 2. Chest up. Side angle. Find an elbow to knee connection. Press into that front foot. Open the chest nice and strong. Now added stability, added strength. Reach the arms out and forward. Try not to twist and turn. One more stretch. Then I want you to reach back. Hold your elbows behind your head. Chin up. Reverse warrior. Press up and back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, windmill your arms to the floor. Take your vinyasa nice and steady. Find your breath pattern. And then we'll repeat that on the other side. So lift your left leg. Bend your knee, open your hip. One more time to flip your dog. Take a deep breath all the way through. And flip it back around. Then warrior 1, step forward. Drop the heel. Inhale, rise the arms, settle into the leg. Hands to prayer. And twist. Right arm across, drop the hips, lift the chest. Maybe look back. One more breath, lengthen through the crown of the head. Back up to center. Open up to the side. And then let's find that elbows to knee. Press into that left leg. Try not to drop into your left shoulder. So sit up tall, reach, maybe look back. And then let's extend the arms out long here. Now again, nodding, twisting, avoid that twist. Open your chest a little bit more. Let's reach now. Grab the elbows and lift. Press back, reverse warrior, deep breath. And windmill the arms down. Take your flow from here, nice and steady. And back. Good, bend your knees. Look forward with the hands. Travel to the front, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Rise up. Inhale, the arms reach. Draw the hands to heart center. Let's lift that right leg again. Flex at the ankle, chest up. Adding a twist now. You're going to take your left into the outside of your knee or the outside of your foot. Bring your right hand to your sacrum, lower back. Twist your body, look back behind you. Hold here now. Find your breath. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Center. Figure 4. Cross at the ankle and fold. If you can get there this time, lower the hands to the floor. Let your head fall down. A couple rounds of breathing, nice and easy. Flex at that ankle to support the knee a little bit more. All right, with the last breath, optional twist. Left arm can reach. Stay here. Good. And then bring the hands back to heart center. Rise up with strength. And release the foot. Let's take a breath. Inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Reset your body. Both sides will always feel different. Shift over to the right. Pick up the left knee, flex. And then again, hand to the outside of the knee or the foot, left hand to sacrum. Lift your chest and look back. See if you can extend the back arm. Pull the toes back wherever you're at. Hold again for 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Cross at the ankle and sink the hips first. Then slowly bring the upper body forward. See if you can reach the hands down. Let your head fall, just relax your breath. And if you get on the other side, option to twist. Right arm high. Open up the chest, try to gaze up if you can. Good, release the hand down, bring the hands back to heart center, rise up steady. Release the foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. All right, you guys, last chance with your crow today. Let's try for 1 breath. Lift the hand, wrap the knees, shift your body weight, take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, jump back. Finish that vinyasa, look up and back. Now let's lift the right leg high. Step outside the right hand, drop your left knee. Lift your chest. Try to double check in your body on knee tracking over ankle. If you feel supported, you can float this back foot up and reach the right hand up. Maybe gazing over the back shoulder. Take a breath. And slowly release the hand. We'll come into pigeon. Walk your foot across your body. Drop your knee off to the right. Left leg back. Sit up tall. Inhale. And forward fold. Relax into your fold. Now, if pigeon is too intense for you, you are always welcome to take a figure 4. So the right leg will cross over the ankle just like we did as standing. And then you can slide the hands back, either coming into it seated or reclined. But wherever you're at right now in your practice, just know that that is where you are supposed to be. Try to relax your hands, your jaw, just breathing slow and steady. Good, couple more breaths. If you are working another variation of this posture in your personal practice, feel free to take that. We'll hold now. One more time, deep breath in and out. And then to transition out, bring some weight back into the hands, tuck your back foot, and slide back into down dog. Take a moment here. See in your body if you're noticing any differences between the left side, the right side of the body. And then we'll hit the other side. So left leg will lift. Shift forward, drop that back knee down. Now just pause for a second, lift your chest up. Second side takes a little bit longer to come into since we created compression from holding the other side first. If you feel okay, you can again float that back foot, maybe circle the left arm back for the toes, and gently gaze over the shoulder. And then let's release nice and easy and come into pigeon, walking the foot across. Try to keep the hip open, so good rule of thumb, knee to one side of the mat, toes to the other. Sit up tall, inhale. And then exhale, fold as you're ready. Maybe again, making that adjustment of coming in to figure 4 like you did on the other side. But at this point now in your practice, try to calm your body down. Breath should be returning to normal. Might have a little bit of sweat going as well, so just relax, release. Making sure we're not holding tension in the feet, the hands. Good, one more breath now. And then go ahead and rise back up to the hands. We'll transition back to down dog again. So tuck that back foot, slide back. Take that moment again, just check in. What are you noticing? What are you feeling in your body? And we're going to take a jump through into a reclined position, so laying all the way down. Bend your knees, look forward at the hands. See if you can hop through. Straighten the legs, bring the arms up, and let's lower to the mat, slow and steady all the way down. Stretch your arms long overhead now. Take a moment here to breathe. Now we're going to kind of layer onto what we did standing. So take one more stretch. Bring your left hand now to your left hip. And then take your right hand, peace fingers, grab your right big toe. Press your heel straight up to the ceiling. Now your leg does not have to go straight. If you do have a strap, a towel, anything, you're always welcome to use that. Try to just roll the shoulders down as much as you can here. See if you can flatten your foot a little more up to the ceiling. And then we're going to open the leg out wide to the side. So we want to think about, as we open up, the shape or that kind of rotation of the hip joint. It's going to be more supportive for you if you think about pulling your foot in towards you and then rotating out and pushing out to the side. Knee can, again, of course, be bent. Again, you can use a prop to create more length. What we want to do when you come into your full expression of the posture today, make sure you're pushing the mound of the big toe away from you, pinky side towards your body. Left foot to flex the toes, keep that leg active. We don't want the hip or anything to turn in, so that's kind of why that hand is there. One more breath. And let's come back up to center. Now we're just going to switch hands. Take your opposite hand to the same foot and then cross your body. You can continue to hold the foot or bend the knee and bring the hand down and just coming into a spine twist. Whatever feels right. Maybe gazing to the opposite side. Let your chest open. Remember, if the hips are tight, spine twist is going to feel a little bit better to work through. And let's hold again. One more breath in. Deep breath out. And then come back to center. And then just today, go ahead and release as you're ready. Extend the arms again long overhead. So we're going to really reach here. Take a deep breath. And then let's take that on the other side. So go ahead and take your peace fingers of your left hand. Grab your foot. Reach it up. Press through the heel. Other hand to hip. And again, just trying to draw the shoulders down. Take a moment here. Readjust your body. And then let's open off to the side. So kind of again, lift, little rotation, open. If the hips, again, adductors are a little bit tight, feel free to bend the knee, use that strap, use that towel, whatever you did on the other side. It's important to remember with our practice too, both sides of our body will always feel different. We are not perfectly symmetrical. We always kind of favor one side over the other. So one side might be more flexible, one side might be more strong. Just do your best as you work through the practice. Remember, no pain, maybe feeling a little bit of stretch sensation. Let's come up to center. We'll switch the hands so we can draw the leg across the body now. Now, as the leg is going across the body again, to create that twist, that stretch, we want to make sure that the hip is completely turning. So from that neutral position to getting one hip to stack on top, and then the upper body will begin to open. So it doesn't matter if that shoulder lifts, just try to really get that leg and the hip to adjust first. With time, we'll create more of that twist. And then again, just close your eyes. Breathe to the belly, calming your body down a little bit more, letting go of that active part of your practice. And one more breath. And let's come back to center. Go ahead and release, extend the legs long, reach the arms overhead. And then we're going to tighten things up. So I'm going to bring your knees up into your chest, wrap your arms around the top. Squeeze as tight as you can here. As we tighten up a little bit more, I want you to lift your head. Bring your forehead by the legs and roll your shoulders down into the mat. Squeeze again. Inhale. And exhale, release into your Shavasana. Letting the legs come down, arms beside your body with the palms facing up. As you settle into this posture, your hands and your feet, they might be off the mat. Just go wherever it feels comfortable. Eyes closed. Now just take a moment to scan your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Everything restful, everything in peace. Now I want to thank you guys for your effort with your practice. I hope you found some success with your side pro today. Try to stay in your Shavasana for a few minutes, but take as much time as you can for yourself. As always, I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.